we start off the interview, what's your name and what's your role at Darwin Wellness?
Well, my name is Ewan Denny. I'm the new director of squash at Northwood Club. I'm going to be putting a whole range of different training programs and packages for people, particularly those who've never played the sport before. I want them to come and have a go, try it. Away from new people, beginners and so on, I want to focus on existing players who play regularly, but they play with bad habits. We all have them, and I want to get rid of those, give them proper technique, good foundation, how to play the game, as well as improving their fitness, having fun and all the rest. But it's turning them really into a complete player, knowing how to play all the shots, when to play them, how to play them, how to move, speed around the court, agility, and all the rest. Sports psychology, the whole combination of things that makes them a great player. So for me, it's about developing existing players and bringing in new players as well.
8-6. 1-5. 1-6. Left, 10-6 game ball.
Can you just give me an insight as to how you set up the opportunity at Northwood Club?
That was pretty simple. I was coaching quite a lot at the Harrow Leisure Centre. I have a whole squad of players, juniors, adults, males, females, and I'm coaching them. And I was expanding that to bring the community into Harrow Leisure Centre to try squash for the first time. So I developed a campaign called Get Fit with Squash, and the council has backed it, the lead of the council, the mayor, and so on, and they're publicising it for me. Harrow Leisure Centre are publicising it for me to all their members on their Facebook page and so on. The Middlesex Development Officer for Squash heard about what I'm doing, and in that conversation when I was talking to her, she said...
Is that Vicky Prow?
Vicky Prow, yeah. I said to her that I was also looking to coach other places, and she then told me about Northwood, and she connected me with Ash because she knew that they were looking for somebody. I went, I spoke to him, then I went there to see the club, which I knew from before because I used to play matches there back in the day as an opposition player in team squash, and we had discussions. I told her what I wanted to do. It gelled with what I wanted to achieve at the club as well. So now I've been, literally 2 weeks ago, I agreed to start working with them. So I've already started training people there. I was there this morning coaching. I'm going to be developing the leagues better. I'm going to have more tournaments there. I'm going to have taster sessions with the community, whole range of training programs. And my new one, which is the player development program that I'm developing right now, those things I just mentioned with 75 different squash skills, I'm putting it all together, and I want to take existing players who's played for quite a while and really excel them in their squash.
Well, it's exciting times at Northwood Club. Welcome aboard, Ewan.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Right, 9-10.
Can you tell me a bit of your background? What's your background, Ewan?
Well, I've been playing squash now for 40 years, believe it or not, and I've been coaching about 18 of those. But it's been on and off with different people while I've been pursuing my business and marketing career. But now I'm getting into squash coaching much more, and I want it actually to take over from my business and marketing. I actually enjoy coaching and developing people. I didn't think that I would enjoy it as much as I do, but seeing somebody start and then 3 months later, 6 months later, where they are, it's a great buzz to see them develop and increase and improve. And so I get a thrill from that. So I want to do more and more of that.
Where else have you been coaching?
I've coached mostly at the Harrow Leisure Centre. That's my club for the last 15, 20 years or so. Prior to that, I was at Vale Farm Sports Centre. I was doing a little bit of coaching there, not much. I was coaching Carla Khan, who was a Middlesex junior there. And took her around to tournaments and all the rest. She became a professional. So she's the highest ranked person I've actually coached. She reached, I think, 23, 24 in the world before I stopped coaching. So that was great. But it's mostly friends, people that are coming to listen to playing, and I go and coach with them and show them how to play the game, what to do, and so on and so on. But now it's on a more professional basis, running training programs, player development programs, and those type of things. So it's much more involved, much more scientific, much more professional now.
What do you mean by scientific and professional?
Well, for example, the player development program that I've put together, my own creation, each person that comes onto the program will be assessed and judged on 75 different separate squash skills. So each one of those are going to be monitored and they're going to be assessed regularly over the course of 1 year. So that's what I mean by scientific. Every aspect of those 75 squash skills is analysed. We're going to be looking at videos. We're going to be taping people. We're going to be looking at the professional scene, what the players do at elite level, see what we can adopt and so on. And the drills that I do with them, the training programs, it's all based on what the professional players do.
And what will you be looking for?
I'll be looking for commitment. I'll be looking for willingness to learn and someone who wants to work hard. The aim of it is to turn them into a great player, a talented player. And so if they are of that way in mind, they want to play competitions or tournaments or just improve and have better technique and all the rest, that's what I want. So if they're committed, I will be committed to improving them.
And how do you know you've got there?
How do I know I've got?
How do you know you've got there with your players? How do you know?
Because when they start, they get a complete assessment. For example, we're going to do a session on lengths, hitting lengths from anywhere on the court, back of the court to the back, middle of the court to the back, front of the court to the back, cross court to the back, lob to the back. And they assess on each one of these things, and they have to hit certain spots. If they're falling short, they're not hitting the spot. So it's about zonal stuff. So every shot they do, they have to execute it correctly. So if it's going to be a lob, for example, I'm at the tee, I boast them, and they have to lob me over my head, and my racket held up, it must go over it. So a lob has to be high, and I cannot reach for a volley. So these are the type of things I'm talking about.
And how many lobs would you deliver to assess how good their abilities are?
They will go. It's not so much how many; it's more of a time factor. I would give them, say, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just doing lobs, and then when they're comfortable and they're getting a lot of those lobs, I would then do it in terms of a score. So I would put my cones out at the back where the lob should land, right at the back in the corners. And now they've got to do a lob and hit that spot. If they go out of it and it's short or it's wide or out of court, they lose the point. I get the point. And so so it's who gets to 11 first, who wins the game. If they're consistently hitting the lobs, getting it to the back and it's hitting the correct spot, that's their point. Any way they're out of it, it's my point. So things like that. Make it fun.
So you're assessing them with each different type of squash shot or play they make.
Yes.
Are you also looking at? You mentioned about is it squash play as well as the squash shots?
Squash play.
Yeah, how the person plays.
The play will come when we do tactical stuff, court strategy, how to read your opponent, how to develop your own A game, as I call it. How to know what shot to hit, when to hit it, and so on. All that court strategy stuff. We'll put those into condition games. And so if we did a lot of drills where I'm at the back boasting or dropping, and they are at the front executing a kill shot, a drop shot in the neck area, a power to the back corners, whatever it is. When we start the condition games, those are the shots they have to do in the condition games. So it's the theory of it, practicing it, but then when we have the condition match, they have to put that into practice and execute it.
Excellent. Where can people find you, Ewan?
They can go on my website, but the easiest thing to do is just to give me a call or send me an email. Email would be info at ewandenny.com, and Ewan Denny is EWANDENNY, ewandenny.com, or they can just pick up the phone, give me a call, 07576 922 646.